Hello, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the webinar Tackling StatiCa Connection and its first part, the basics. My name is Adam. I'm a product engineer within StatiCa, and I will lead you through today's short show. We are running on the platform GoToWebinar. You are all muted by default, but feel free to ask questions in the question panel. Just type them in and my colleagues will answer them on the way during the webinar. So tackling StatiCa Connection is a new series of 5 short webinars. It's about the program Connection, and it's dedicated for beginners, all of you that are starting with the program and have probably never used it before. The aim is for you to learn quickly all the basics and to start using the program right away. If you are interested then to become a real professional, a skilled designer with StatiCa Connection program, you can sign in for our online e-learning course, StatiCa Campus. I'll show you later on where you can find more information about this. So this series will run through the whole summer from June till late August. So feel welcome to sign in for all its parts. It's all for free for you prepared. So that's for the introduction, and let's jump into the demo. So I'll minimize this presentation, and I'll start with the very beginning. So what to do when you are interested in the StatiCa Connection program, how to get it. The easiest way is to go to the webpage, ideastatica.com. Here in the section licensing, you can click on downloads and download the setup and install it right away on your computer. It's a fast and easy way how to do that. Then the second step is that you need, of course, a license to activate the software. Then you have two options. First, ask for the free trial here on the web page. Here, just select your role and fill this form, and you'll get on your email the credentials for the free trial. It lasts for 2 weeks, and it consists all full features of what the software provides. So great opportunity for testing and trying out the software. The other option is when you consider to purchase the software, again, in the section licensing, you can take a look at the pricing, ask for a quote, get more information of the options. We, as an international company, work with a network of resellers. You can find information about our resellers here at the bottom of the web page. We have a reseller in most of the countries in Europe, Asia, America, Australia. So you can contact directly your reseller and they will for sure assist you the best they can. So this is how to get the software and the license. So let me show you now how it looks like when you ask for a trial. You get two emails, one with information and other one with the credentials for the software. So now I can use this. After I installed the software, I can open it like this. And the first thing I have to do is to sign in with my credentials. So I can just copy those and sign in. So this is now the trial version of the software. I can run all the programs within the software package of IDEA StatiCa, and I can see in the settings of the license my user and the one product, which is the trial license. In case you have these icons grayed out, make sure that this trial is turned on in here. So I will now sign out. This is all for the trial activation. That's very simple. Now, in case I have a license within a company, let's say, then I get the credentials from typically some kind of IT administrator or from my manager, and I can sign in with those. I'll show you how this looks like. I have now signed in or activated a license of my company on my computer. And if I go again, I can here set up the products that I will be using here in this window after I have activated the license on my computer. So my company has a license with all the products that we can provide, all programs for concrete, pre-stressing, steel, and so on. So since I don't want to consume or block all these products for my colleagues, I will select only the one I want to use right now, which is Steel Enhanced. That means program IDEA StatiCa connection, IDEA StatiCa member, and full features, the most highest level of what we provide. I click Save here. And the license is now updated on my computer. It is still active, but I have turned off the concrete part, but the steel part is still on. Let me show you how this looks like in the partner portal. A partner portal is the online management system on our webpage. You can sign in here, use the same credentials as for the software. And here I can see the status of my license next to other things like submitting case information about my account. So if I go to the tab license, I can see that for my company, we've got a plenty. We've got 900 possible activations and 51 are activated on somebody's computer. Out of these 51, there are 23 steel enhanced products currently used. So if I go here now and turn off this, refresh, I can see this way I can release this product. So For example, my colleague can use it in case you don't have enough in your company. So this is a overview of the license usage in the user portal, activations used on somebody's computer, and products within these activations turn on for some of the users. Good. That's it for the licensing. And now for this starting application, I can select different programs from steel part, concrete part. I can manage my BIM links and manage the license. Of course, in the settings here, I can change the language. We've got those here, and I can find information about the version that I have installed on my computer I'm currently using. We've got some news here and links to the campus course and social media. So now I can launch the connection program. First, it asks me again about the language and unit system and design code that by default I want to use. I can, of course, change this in the program afterwards as well. So this is the first thing I see when starting a new project of connection. This is a list of starting templates, something to help you to start with. We cover here most of the standard connections, anchorings, and so on, or you can start with a completely blank screen and just start all from scratch. But it's better to take advantage of some of the template. For example, this one I will select for now. Here I can type in the name of this project item, means this one connection within the whole project. And I can set the default steel grade, bolt assembly, concrete grade, and the code again for this project. Here, important to mention, anything can be modified and changed on the way later on, except the design code. The design code stays for the whole project now created and cannot be changed later on. You have to start a new project when you want to select a different code. Okay, then I click create project and I'll jump in the main UI of the program, and looks like this. Here we have 5 tabs: project design, check, report, materials, philosophies to go from left to the right. And so let's take a look of what's there. Project is basically general information about the project. I can type in the name of the project and description and so on. And I can manage my project items. A project is basically a single file in your computer. Project item is this connection. I can add more different connections within one project. I can make copies of project items and manage them all here. So create new, delete, change analysis type, and so on. So this is for the project info. Then about, again, information about the version of the program, units important settings. Here I can switch completely from metric to imperial system or vice versa, or I can pick each of the item here and change the unit or precision after the comma, so the decimals, and the format as well. So everything can be set up here. Preferences, again, language. You can here upload the picture of your company logo that will be placed in the report that you print out after the job is done. Here you can modify the colors of the UI and also set up the graphic settings. Then we've got the license. Again, that's the same as from the starting application. You can select the products here, turn them on and off, close this project or exit the program. The second tab, design, this is where everything happens actually. So here we have got the upper ribbon, the 3D window, and the input tab on the right side. So for the ribbon, again, there is a short version of the project management. I've got the project items here. You can change the analysis type or create new items or copy those items. Undo, save, typical icons, right? I can turn on and off labeling here for the 3D model. I can create pictures like this that will be saved in the gallery that I can add to the report later on. Here is management of templates. I can create my own template from the design I created, or I can take advantage of templates proposed by the program to speed up my modeling workflow process. Then we've got the code setup. This is actually the only settings that affect the calculation model and so on. We strongly recommend not to change anything in here. By default, everything is set and prepared to deliver the best performance and the correct and verified results. However, there are important things like the partial safety factors. So in case that in your national annex those are different, you can easily change those numbers here to get the correct or proper code check or the proper values in your code check for your national annex or country settings. Then there's the calculate and overall check after the calculation is done. This runs the analysis. We'll click that later. Then settings for cost estimations and pre-design feature. Turn on and off loads in equilibrium and loads percentage input in case you need that. We've got import of internal forces or loads from Excel or another connection file. And last but not least, these three buttons to add members, loads, and operation. A member is a beam or a column that can be loaded or supported. If I click on this, I simply add a new member and I can change, of course, or modify all its topologies, cross sections, and so on. Then the other one is the loads. So if I add a new load, that means I'm inputting the nodal internal forces that are actually results of the global structural analysis, for example, in SAP 2000 or RFEM or another software where I model the whole structure. I can read there the internal forces, and this is what I input here in idea StatiCa connection, since this is programmed for code checking steel connections. Okay, this way I can delete that again. The third thing is the operations. Those serve for the actual modeling or creation of the design of the connection, and those represent the real manufacturing operations such as stop or cleat, weld, bolt, etc. These operations should follow the logical sequence as on the site. So for example, if I clear those operations and I will start modeling some new, I will, to demonstrate to you, use the wrong sequence or wrong order. I will first add a widener. You can see this is not really working well. And then I add a end plate, and this is not looking good. So as on the side, I would first add the end plate and then add the widener. Now this looks much better, right? So that's the logical sequence or order of the operations that you should keep in mind. Good. Now these members, load effects and operations can be via the right mouse button click managed in this tree here as well. I can turn on and off, and of course modify anytime all of them in this input window. Now for the 3D window, the main modeling space, I can use, of course, these tools to operate the 3D model, or I can take advantage of the mouse middle button. By scrolling, I'm zooming in and out. If I push and keep the middle mouse button pushed, I can pan with the model. And if I push the middle mouse button and keep Control pushed on my keyboard, I can rotate the model. So that's for handling the 3D model. And I can also switch the 3 different views. By default, it's the solid view. I can switch to transparent in case I want to have a better view on what's behind some of the plates or members. Or I can switch to wireframe model when I want to, for example, take a look at the moment diagram of the inputted internal forces in the connection. Okay, that's it for the design. When I calculate the model, it runs the CBFEM analysis. The program calculates automatically all stresses, strains, creates the mesh, and I can go to the third tab, check. Here I can take a look at the results, study them in detail, take a look at the bolt forces, the non-mesh, and so on, deformation, and study this in details. What's the most important, the code checks are displayed on the tab on the right side. So I have the tab overview, and I can take a look at the detailed information about the code checks as per code. Then the third tab is the report. This is obviously the final step. in my workflow. The report can be customized and modified. You can turn on and off some of the displayed things. Typically, the report consists all necessary information and can be printed out or saved in a Word doc format or PDF. So that's for the report. And the last tab, materials. Here, all the used cross sections and materials bolt assemblies are stored for the whole project, and I can manage them, modify them, edit them, delete or create news as well. All right, so that's it for the demo of the UI. Just a flyby, and I will continue with or conclude with the presentation. If you got interested or you want to learn more about the UI and operating the program connection, sign in for free for the IDEA StatiCa Campus online course. First 2 lessons about the UI and input are for free, so you can learn more and take a look about the detailed information. You can find the campus on our webpage, of course. I'll show you that. If you go to ideastatica.com, support and learning, campus e-learning course, here you can read the information of what is it about, and at the bottom you can click to sign up for the course. That's for the IDEA StatiCa Campus. If you like it, then you can complete it, and after completing the whole course, you will be a real professional in designing and code-checking steel connections with help of the program IDEA StatiCa Connection, and you will get a nice certificate that proves that. Okay, now after the webinar, we're almost done. You will find the recording of today's session in our support center or YouTube channel of IDEA StatiCa. Remember, you can get the trial version for free at our webpage, and in the support center, feel free to browse it, of course, all for free, containing all information like theoretical backgrounds, tutorials, knowledge-based articles, help out articles, verifications, and so on. For the following webinars, July 14th, the second part of the series focused on moment connections, how to input them and how to analyze them in IDEA StatiCa Connection, followed by third part focused on shear connections on July 28th. So that's it for today. I wish you have fun and with IDEA StatiCa Connection, and have a successful start with using the program. And I'll see you next time at some of the following parts of this series. Have a good day and goodbye.